Stop your grinning and drop your linen, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain, and thanks for tuning into this beer review. This time we're going to take a look at something from Dogfish Head. This is a newer beer from them. This is their Flesh and Blood IPA. Now it's an IPA with a bunch of citrus, including orange peel, lemon flesh, and blood orange juice. Now I've had a couple of beers brewed with blood orange before, and I gotta say I was a big fan of one, another, not so much, kind of mediocre. I think that it brings an interesting sweet citrusiness to the brews. So it should be very interesting to see how it comes out in a Dogfish Head brew, especially one where they're throwing a couple of other types of citrus in there as well, on top of an IPA, which I suspect is going to have a heavy citrusy hop profile to complement those other citrus elements that are in there. So the only way to really find out is to check it out. While I'm getting this poured out, make sure to hit me up down below with a like and a share, and also subscribe so you get a notification every time I post a new video. Hopefully you're getting some value out of these. They're at least taking the mystery out of your local beer cooler, giving you an idea of what to expect. That's a very clear beer. There's not any sort of cloudiness in there. It's completely transparent. Not always a bad thing, but it's got a very, very clear color to it. And it's not completely see-through. I mean, it's got some darkness, and it's slightly effervescent, but it's got a very interesting hue to it, a very interesting color. It almost looks like an amber, a very pale amber, but if you look at the thicker part of the glass, it starts to take on this slightly pink rosy tinge, which I suspect is because of the blood orange and the redness in that. But the fact that the color actually changes as the beer gets thicker, it's very interesting. I like the looks of it. It's a lovely looking beer. Hitting up front with a lot of citrus, no particular notes, nothing like the lemon or the blood orange or the actual orange coming through, just citrus. That slight tangy sourness of citrus. Actually a bit of a fresh scent to it. And I don't mean like fresh as in lemony fresh pine sol. I mean fresh as in like a running spring water or something like that. Very reminiscent of that. So, Overall hoppy bitterness up front. Gives way to an almost a tea type flavor, like a brewed tea. And the citrus really comes through for me in the finish. The lemon especially, you can definitely detect the really sour lemoniness coming through in the finish there. Overall, not a bad beer. I'm still kind of on the fence on this. I'm liking it, obviously. But am I really getting turned on by any of the flavors or blown away? It's kind of subtle. It's kind of subtle. I think I'm going to hit this with a 3.5 out of 5. I really want to push it up to a 4 because it sounds like a very complex brew, and I've been, really a big fan of the Dogfish Head IPAs, but this particular one is just not really standing out for me. I would have expected to pick up more subtle flavors from the different types of citrus that are in there, the blood orange and the lemon and the orange peel. But mostly what I'm getting is an overall hoppy bitterness followed by that brewed tea taste, and then a bit of lemon coming through in the finish, the lemon being forward, but I'm not really picking up on any of those other citrus notes in there. Other than just as a general citrusiness in the aroma. So not quite pushing itself up into the 4 or 5 category for me, but bear in mind on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average, so a 3.5 is a really great rating. Putting it quite above average, it's just not really impressing me with any particular flavors or anything like that. It's easy to drink, obviously, and a great beer all around, so I definitely would recommend checking it out. You might have a different opinion from mine. As a matter of fact, if you do, or even if you agree, I'd love to hear it. Hit me up in the comments or the email link down below. I'll throw a quick user poll up over here. Click on that. It'll allow you to rate the beer 1 to 5. I want to hear what you think. Until next time, thanks for checking this out. Cheers.